Long run cost analysis. In the long run, all the factors of production used by an organization vary. The existing size of the plant or building can be increased in case of long run. There are no fixed inputs or costs in the long run. Long run is a period in which all the costs change as all the factors of productions are variable. There is no distinction between the long run total cost and long run variable costs as there are no fixed costs. It should be noted that the ability of an organization of changing inputs enable it to produce at lower cost in the long run. Long run cost. Long run total cost refers to the minimum cost at which given level of output can be produced. According to the Lebensky, the long run total cost of production is the least possible cost of producing any given level of output when all inputs are variable. LTC represents the least cost of different quantities of output. LTC is always less than or equal to short run total cost, but it is never more than short run cost. The LTC curve is shown in figure. As shown in figure, short-term total cost curves STC1, STC2, STC3 are shows depicting different plant sizes. The LTC curve is made by joining the minimum points of short-term total cost curves. Therefore, LTC envelopes the STC curves. Long run average cost. Long run average cost is equal to long run total cost divided by the level of output. The diversion, the derivation of long run average cost is done from the short run average cost curves. In the short run, plant is fixed and each short run curve corresponds to particular plant. The long run average cost curve is also called planning curve or envelope curve as it helps in making organizational plans for expanding production and minimum cost. Figure shows the derivation of long average cost. Suppose there are three sizes of the plant and no other size of the plant can be built in short run. The plant size are fixed, thus organization increase or decrease the variable factors. However, in the long run, the organization can select among the plants which help in achieving minimum possible cost at a given level of output. It can be noted that till OB amount of production, it is beneficial for the organization to operate on the plant SAC2 has it entails lower cost than SAC1. If the plant in SAC is used for producing OA, then cost incurred would be more. Thus, in the long run, it is clear that producer would produce till OB on plant SAC2 and SAC2 the producer would produce till OC amount of output. If an organization wants to exceed output from OC, it will be beneficial to produce at SAC3 that SAC2. Thus, in the long run, an organization has a choice to use plant incurring minimum costs at a given output. LAC depicts the lowest possible average cost for producing different levels of output. The LAC curve is derived from joining the lowest minimum cost of the short run average cost curves. In the first falls and then rises that it is U-shaped curve. The returns to scale also affect the LTC and LAC returns to scale implies a change in output and organization with a change in inputs. In the long run, the output changes with respect to change in all inputs of production. In case of increasing return to scale, organization can double the output by using less than twice of inputs. LTC increases less than the increases in the output. Thus, LAC falls. In case of constant returns to scale, organization can double the output by using inputs twice. LTC increases proportionately to the output, therefore, LAC becomes constant. On the other hand, in case of decreasing returns to scale, organization can double the output by using inputs more than twice. Thus, LTC increases more than the increases in output. As a result, LAC increases. Diagram. It shows up LAC slopes downward. This is because at this stage IRS is applied. On the other hand, at M, LAC becomes constant. After M, LAC slopes upwards, implying DRS. Long run margin cost. Long run margin cost defined as added cost of producing additional unit of commodity. When all inputs are variable, this cost is derived from the short run marginal cost. On the graph, the LMC is derived from the points is the tangency between LAC and SAC. Diagram. In the perpendicular are drawn from point A, B, C representatively, then they would interest SMC curves at P, Q, R respectively. By joining P, Q, R, LMC curve would be drawn. It should be noted the LMC equal to the SMC when LMC is tangent to LAC. SAC2 equals SMC2, LAC equals LMC. We can also draw the relation between LMC and LAC as follows. ದೀರ್ಘಾವಧಿಯ ಸರಾಸರಿ ವೆಚ್ಚದ ರೇಖೆಗಳು ಅಲ್ಪಾವಧಿಯ ಸರಾಸರಿ ವೆಚ್ಚದ ರೇಖೆಗಳಂತೆ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಯು ಆಕಾರವನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರುತ್ತವೆ. ದೀರ್ಘಾವಧಿಯ ಸರಾಸರಿ ವೆಚ್ಚದ ರೇಖೆಗಳು ಅಲ್ಪಾವಧಿಯಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತೆ ತೀವ್ರತರವಾದ ಇಳಿಜಾರು ಮತ್ತು ಮೇಲ್ಮುಖ ಚಲನೆ ಹೊಂದಿರದೆ ಸಮತಟ್ಟಾದ ಇಳಿಜಾರಿನ ಯು ಆಕಾರ ಹೊಂದಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ದೀರ್ಘಾವಧಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬದಲಾದ ಸನ್ನಿವೇಶಗಳಿಗೆ ಅನುಗುಣವಾಗಿ ಉದ್ಯಮ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಗಾತ್ರ ಮತ್ತು ಸಂಘಟನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಯನ್ನು ಉಂಟು ಮಾಡಿ ಬೇಡಿಕೆ ಪೂರೈಸಲಾಗುತ್ತದೆ. ಅಲ್ಪಾವಧಿಯ ಸರಾಸರಿ ವೆಚ್ಚದ ರೇಖೆಗಳ ಕನಿಷ್ಠ ಬಿಂದುಗಳನ್ನು ಒಂದು ರೇಖೆಯ ಮೂಲಕ ಸೇರಿಸಿ ದೀರ್ಘಾವಧಿ ಸರಾಸರಿ ವೆಚ್ಚದ ರೇಖೆಯನ್ನು ಎಳೆಯಲಾಗುತ್ತದೆ. ಹಲವು ಅಲ್ಪಾವಧಿ ಸರಾಸರಿ ವೆಚ್ಚದ ರೇಖೆಗಳನ್ನು ಒಟ್ಟುಗೂಡಿಸಿದರೆ ದೀರ್ಘಾವಧಿ ಸರಾಸರಿ ವೆಚ್ಚದ ರೇಖೆ ದೊರೆಯುತ್ತದೆ. ದೀರ್ಘಾವಧಿಯ ಸೀಮಾಂತ ವೆಚ್ಚದ ರೇಖೆಯು ಅಲ್ಪಾವಧಿ ಸೀಮಾಂತ ವೆಚ್ಚದ ರೇಖೆಗಿಂತ ಸಮತಟ್ಟಾದ ಅಥವಾ ನಿಧಾನಗತಿಯ ಇಳಿಜಾರನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ಏಕೆಂದರೆ ಬಹುಪಾಲು ಎಲ್ಲ ರೀತಿಯ ವೆಚ್ಚಗಳು ಬದಲಾಗುತ್ತಿರುವ ವೆಚ್ಚಗಳಾಗುತ್ತಿರುತ್ತವೆ. ಅಲ್ಪಾವಧಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸೀಮಾಂತ ವೆಚ್ಚವು ಸ್ಥಿರ ಮತ್ತು ಬದಲಾಗುವ ವೆಚ್ಚಗಳೆರಡನ್ನೂ ಒಳಗೊಂಡಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ಇದರ ಪರಿಣಾಮದಿಂದ ಅಲ್ಪಾವಧಿಯ ಸರಾಸರಿ ವೆಚ್ಚವು ವೇಗವಾಗಿ ಇಳಿಯುವ ಮತ್ತು ಹೆಚ್ಚುವ ಗುಣಲಕ್ಷಣ ಹೊಂದಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ಆದರೆ ದೀರ್ಘಾವಧಿಯ ಸೀಮಾಂತ ವೆಚ್ಚದ ರೇಖೆಯು ನಿಧಾನಗತಿಯ ಇಳಿಜಾರು ಸ್ವರೂಪದ ಪ್ರಮಾಣವನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.